Sometimes the best way to make sales from your email list is to straight up ask for it. Is to give people an explicit offer that they can't refuse and give them a call to action, an instruction to buy it. However, in order to be successful, you have to be smart about it. You cannot just say, hey, buy my shit because it's awesome, because it's not going to cut it, right? It's not enough nowadays. Everybody's making claims. Everybody is making empty claims, to be precise. And people, they're not really receptive to these types of lazy approaches anymore. However, if you have a high-ticket program, let's say a coaching program, a group coaching program or something like that, it's worth putting out your offer periodically, let's say once every month or 2 months or 3 months or something, and fish for hyper-responsive people. So today's email, it's a coaching invitation email. And the main job of this email is to identify hyper-responsive people from the email list and start a conversation with them. And then eventually probably get them on the phone and get them into a high-ticket coaching program. So this email it was sent by Kevin Rogers. I know Kevin Rogers. He's an amazing person. He's the founder of Copy Chief, and I've been in several of his coaching programs actually. So I actually know the program that he's talking about here. And I don't know whether the email was written by him or one of the guys working for him as a copywriter, probably the latter. But still, it's a great example of how to identify hyper-responsive people and start a conversation with them with a very short, very straightforward email that just works, okay? Sometimes you don't have to overcomplicate things. This just works. And this is very similar to what Dean Jackson does. Dean Jackson is an extremely good email marketer and copywriter, and he's a great business owner and marketer in general. However, this style of email comes from his email mastery program, and it's just super effective because it doesn't sound like sophisticated copywriting. And sometimes that's what you gotta do. You don't have to show up like a very visible copywriter. You just talk to people normally, right? So this isn't really long. Probably this video also won't be that long, but before we dive in, just make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with your number one insight. It helps a lot with the algorithm, and I do appreciate it. And if you want to know more about email copywriting, I have a cool course. It's free and it's delivered only through email. I know, how meta is that? Link in the description, and a few other cool links in the description as well. So let's see how this email does it. The subject line is, want to work with better clients at higher rates. And this is actually, again, the aim of this is to find the people from, let's say, the new subscribers from the last 3 months, let's say, who would say yes to this question. And these two benefits are very intentional, because these two benefits are probably the most important benefits for most freelance copywriters. They want to work with better clients, and they want to charge higher rates. Because the worst thing you can do as a freelance copywriter, and believe me, I've been in this situation years ago, is to basically work as a slave for a nightmare client who pays you peanuts. That's the worst ever. And then they are kind of like abusing you. They are putting you in impossible situations. Of course, they're blaming you if the copy doesn't work so well, even though, the other parts of their funnels might be the cause for it. It doesn't matter. You are the bad person in this case, because you wrote the copy. So freelancers definitely want to get away from that. And by the way, just a side note, if you want to get away, I have a course called Zero to Copywriting Hero, which basically it's a step-by-step program on how you can also start a lucrative freelance copywriting business within 60 days. So I'm also going to leave a link to that. Check it out. But getting back to the email, I think, this type of subject line works because it's to the point, and for the right people. Remember, this email, we're fishing for the right people, okay? We're fishing for the right people. We don't just want anybody. So the email begins, "Hey Chaba," which is like basic salutation. And we have like an if-then lead. We've seen this before many times. I think it was first used by Gary Halbert, but who knows, maybe other people used it before it, but that's the first time I saw this. It's like, if qualification elements, then do this. So in this case, if you're a freelancer who wants to work with better clients at higher rates, so again, we are kind of repeating the two most important benefits here, and get your dream clients coming to you. Wow, like this is the ultimate freelancer dream, to get dream clients coming to you without you having to do like cold outreach or something like that. When I first experienced this, it was a game changer for me, right? And after it, I never really wanted to reach out to clients anymore. It's that big for freelancers. And get your dream clients coming to you instead of the other way around. So this was the big if section. Then hit reply to this email and tell me a bit about where you're at with your freelance career. So hit reply to this email. This is an explicit call to action. And for this type of email, you don't need a link, okay? It's important because you are putting your foot in the door. The objective of this type of email is to start conversations, okay? It's not to get people to click. I mean, you can also include a link if you want, but it's not the best way to approach it. The best way to approach it is to start conversations with the right people and then basically close them, either in email conversations or get on the phone with them and see whether they're a right fit for your program, okay? Because at that point, they're obviously somewhat interested in it. They would obviously get value from it. But the question is, can you help them? If you can, you just basically offer them an invitation and they either take it or not. You don't have to hard sell them or something. And that's why it's important to just start a conversation in a non-aggressive way here. Okay? So just remember that this email works together with the next steps in the sales strategy that are happening here. So hit reply to this email. Tell me a little bit about where you're at with your freelance career. And I like this part, and this is also an important part of this type of email, because first of all, it hints that, this is kind of like a personal invitation, and we all want personal invitations. We all want to feel cool. We all want to be part of the cool kids, the cool group. But this is personal, and it also qualifies people a little bit, because we're not just taking anybody. We are actively, just selecting people. Like, we don't want everybody. We cannot help everybody, okay? And we know that for most people, this is not the right fit. But for the right people, this is the right fit. We just want to start a conversation. So after that point, we have a reason why element. I like this because whenever you can, try to use the word because it works, right? It's one of Gary Bencivenga's most powerful tips is to use because. So again, because it provides an organic reason why you want someone to do something. So tell me a little bit where you're at, because this month, this is inherent urgency and it's specific. I'm looking to personally work with 30 pro freelancers to help them level up their business, discover and own their true specialty, and become sought out, in-depth, in-demand freelancers. So because, reason why, this month, inherent urgency, I'm looking to personally work. Again, this highlights the personal coaching, intimate element of the whole thing. 30 pro freelancers, so there's a specific upper limit to how many people can be in this cohort, in this class. And we're not just looking for anyone, we're looking for pro freelancers. So it's not for newbies. Because the pro freelancers are who this program can help level up their business, discover their true specialty, their so-called bat signal, how Kevin likes to call this, and become sought out in-demand freelancers. Sought out in-demand freelancers. Again, the biggest dream of most freelancers is to be sought out and in demand, so that you finally don't have to like hustle and send out tons of cold emails or cold messages to others and get ignored 98% of the time or something. That's the dream for a lot of people. And this coaching program can definitely help you with that. It definitely helped me. So here you go. I'm a case study right here. So here's what I'm looking for. And this This is a central part of this type of invitational email because this is where you qualify people, and it sends a different message compared to like, hey, you know, regardless if you're a beginner, a pro, black or white or whatever, you know, we want to talk to you. We want to show you how to build a six-figure business. No. I mean, this is completely the opposite. It's like how Gary Bencivenga did his famous Get Rich Slow promotion. And there's a link in the description section to my 100-day proven sales letter breakdown playlist. One of those videos in that playlist is Get Rich Slowly. That promotion, it's an amazing promotion, world class. Check it out if you're interested in how the best copywriters in the world use this type of contrarian approach. So here's what I'm looking for. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 qualifier elements. None of them are super strict or something, but it has a collection of requirements that you have to fulfill to be a good fit, to be a good candidate for this program. And again, the message behind this whole thing is that this is exclusive, okay? So if you want to get in, then you have to meet these minimum criteria. Otherwise, you know, it doesn't even make sense to get on the phone with you. So the first, you've been working as a professional freelancer for at least 6 months. This is important because this program is not for newbies, okay? It's not like how to land my first client. This is like how to capitalize on those essential skills and how to explode your career. The second one is like presupposes that you have a growth mindset. We want people who have a growth mindset. You want to level up your freelance career, start working with high-end clients at higher rates. Again, that's very important 2 benefits that I talked about in the beginning of this video, and achieve a new level of control over your career. Pretty exciting, right? You're committed to becoming a top professional who does great work. And this presupposes that you are interested in becoming an expert in your field, okay? You're not just there for the money, you really actually want to get good. You can commit at least 5 hours per week for 8 weeks from the 1st of May. Like, notice how specific this is. And I like it because it's specific, it's realistic, so 5 hours per week, it's not like an extraordinary amount of time, but it's also not peanuts either. So it's like, it's a significant time investment. It's like almost like a side gig in a sense for the next 8 weeks, because this program runs for 2 months, for 8 weeks. And from the 1st of May, so look at that. The email said, this month I'm looking to personally work. So this is presupposes that there's urgency here. This is like a live training program that runs from a certain date to an end date, okay? If you miss it, sorry, you missed it, right? It's not for everyone, but this type of organic scarcity because of the 30, this sort of organic urgency because of the this month and 1st of May, it adds an aura of credibility to the whole thing. It makes it feel real. And then the final qualification is you are friendly and coachable, because you got to have the right attitude, right? Like, if you think that you're a know-it-all and, you know, why should you learn from Kevin Rogers or something, then it's clearly not for you, because yeah, in that case, you know, you don't have the right mindset for something like this. So then we have like a recap element, which says, if that's you, hit reply to this email. So again, very specific call to action, hit reply to this email. It's not like get in touch with us or something. Hit reply to this email. It's clear, it's direct, it's to the point. And let me and my personal co-coaches know more about where you're at with your freelance career. So again, you are selling us just like we are selling you, okay? This is not an aggressive pitch in which we try to high ticket close you with a lot of emotional manipulation and hard pressure sales tactics. It's no, like, if you meet this criteria, then reply to this email, tell me more about you, and then if there's a fit, we're gonna call, we get to know each other, and we'll help you make the best decision, right? That's how you should act and behave if you also have a coaching program or a high ticket program, or you want to genuinely help people, because that's how to ethically do it. And you're going to notice that it's actually more powerful and more effective than just lying and trying to pitch people the dream of like, hey, you're gonna be a millionaire overnight, no matter who you are. Those people can also make money in the short term, but eventually karma's a bitch, and it catches up with people. So yeah, I like this type of email. Then we have talk soon, Kevin Rogers. No link, no nothing, just a simple, very personal message. It's kind of like a short letter, right? So that's why it's effective. It's minimalist in a sense, but it gets the most important points across. That's why it works. And it's short, and sometimes you don't. I mean, there's even like a way a faster version, like a way shorter version of this. Maybe I'll also break that down, which is basically just one line. But maybe I might make a video about that, because it's Dean Jackson's famous 9-word email. Do you want me to do that video? I don't know. If you do, leave a link. In the comments. Not a link. Sorry, leave a comment in the section below, and let me know if you want me to also break down that special 9-word email that also works really, really well, especially to revive dead leads. So yeah, that's that for today. I think it's a great email. Feel free to also like model, not copy, but model the structure if you also have a high ticket program or something like that. And hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, share it with others, all that good stuff that can help my message reach more people. And check out the links in the description, because at least one of them is going to be really, really useful for you. Thanks again. See you in the next one.